A Brisbane Council engineer says the river walk was built to withstand a once-in-100-year flood event, but failed. The floods inquiry heard the landmark and other key structures that washed away in January would face different approvals now.
The peak of Brisbane's flood disaster and the multi-million-dollar river walk was a floating missile. The heart of the city was a sea of debris, ferry terminals, the Drift restaurant. All broke from their moorings, and today the Floods Commission heard they weren't supposed to. Brisbane City Council's principal engineer said Riverwalk was designed to withstand between a Q100 and Q2000 year flood, but failed. Christopher Beckley said if it was a Q100 event, it should have survived. To disappear and float away, that's not really the intent of that standard. The use of the Q100 flood level is under the spotlight during this round of hearings, with so many flood victims let down by the benchmark. Peter McCulloch thought her Auchenflower home was safe. She'd raised it above the Q100 level.
I did think it was a legitimate guide. I think everyone at the time thought that the Q100 was a legitimate guide, and it probably still is. Did I think my floor level would flood? No. But yeah, it did.
Victoria Ashworth's Rosalie's shop also felt the force of the water, but the damage was from the backed up drains, not the Brisbane River.
The drains there are just not big enough to take a flash flood.
But the inquiry heard lessons have been learned from the January disaster. New ferry terminals will be built to withstand a 2011 flood. Nikki Hayden, 10 News.